We are back and heading down the home stretch. If you just joined us, this is
Scott.
Just a minute. Let me get through this.
Can I have another glass of wine? She thinks that I drink too much.
My life is pretty much over now.
Can I call you Stephen? Jennifer, can I call your husband Stephen?
Everybody!
Oh, Harry! Oh, yeah, Harry!
You know, there comes a time when you're probably on to stop broadcasting. I probably should have quit about 5 years before I passed.
I think we should have quit about 20 years ago.
Unfortunately, they locked the liquor cabinet up before I got there. All those business were short.
Somebody said something, Lenny says, I'll get it. He falls off the back of the stage, takes down a couple of the prop trees we got. Down goes Lenny. I said, boy, what was in that water? Well, it wasn't water. God love Lenny Kitson.
Get through what you got to get through, Scott. We'll come back around to it.
You know, I was thinking back, some of the more notable guests. Dan Travani, 7-time Emmy Award, and he comes in all dressed up, and he's looking around, and I said, yeah, dude, this is where we operate from. The first words out of his mouth, he goes, no questions about Hill Street Blues. What am I, an accountant? What do I know? We only deal in truth here.
Oh, my God. What world am I living in? Scott Barter's making me laugh.
Don't you feel a little stupid?
Flat-chested model is only
12.5. Extra 2,500 gets you the. Yeah.
This certainly beats the $9.99 blow-up doll I got in my closet right now.
I think that was like $19.99.
Well, you got the half price discount, didn't you? After my wedding. Was a virgin sacrifice?
Not that I recall. We couldn't find one.
And not in Kenosha anyway, right? Hell of a show. Dead people and perverts and degenerates. Kind of fits right in here. Hey everybody, this is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the August 5th edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP, streaming worldwide and booming across the sun-drenched cornfields of the Midwest, reaching out to over 50,000 homes here in the Tri-County area, being brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, and the legendary Brat Stop, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. Joining us this morning, our Kenosha Today Director of Cybersecurity, the master of protecting us from all the enemies of the world, Elmo Schneider joins us. Elmo?
Good morning, everyone.
Who's public enemy number one for this week?
I think that was the Pakistani guy they arrested trying to leave the country that was running the Democratic National Committee. So he's
What about the Republicans? Don't leave them out.
They haven't been caught yet.
And as always with us this morning, our video coordinator, the master of being politically incorrect, Spider Ronnie, the camera dude, joins us here at Camp Happy Face. Spider?
Morning, everybody.
Did you get home on time last night?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that was one of us.
Continued on when I got home.
And filling in for Wacky Wayne, rejoining us, Jumbo Jim Sullivan.
Oh, Jumbo now. All right, I like that.
It's an honorary title, I'm sure.
Hey.
Let's see now. Is that everybody?
I think we're
Hello.
missing.
Hello.
Elmo,
Hello.
doggone it. I told you not to leave that door unlocked.
Is this thing on?
Look what happened.
Yeah,
Who waltzes in here?
I thought Ron was keeping
Good morning, Kenosha.
Little Stevie Casey.
Back.
Little Stevie Casey. Says he's bringing in a dozen donuts, and I only counted about 6.
Well, that's a Casey dozen. There's only 10. There were only 10.
It's a 6-donut trip from your office to here.
Well, I'm excited to be here as a guest appearance.
Woohoo, ring the bell.
I got to tell you, though, Scott, you're wearing the same shirt you did 6 months ago when I was last here.
Yeah, well, I didn't wash it either, so.
I'm sitting next to you. I know that.
If Elmo puts his hand on your leg, you know you're.
Well, I got to
really
tell you, you put me in this chair here. This is not my normal chair. I feel like I'm sitting on a toilet, and I got Elmo next to me. He looks like it's like my big brother. He's about a foot taller than me. What the hell? Can't we get some decent furniture in here?
Got a box
Jumbo
full
Jim.
Speaking of which, they haven't. The bathrooms are no cleaner than they were 6 months ago.
We haven't cleaned them.
Yeah, talk to Pete about that.
Yeah, talk to Pete.
Okay.
Once again, this week, the Kenosha Today Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Mike Bjorn's Clothing, located in. You're supposed to go hot.
Oh, it's
Downtown Kenosha, offering the biggest selection of men's suits in all of southeastern Wisconsin and northern Illinois. What the heck was that? Spider? Did you burp?
Yeah.
Come on, we got guests in the house.
That's the Cyclops.
Yeah, kicking in, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I wanted to comment in a little while how our producer eats a Cyclops. I was impressed.
Yeah.
You spread the cream all over the top of the Cyclops.
You got to do that.
Well, yeah.
Not according to Pete.
Anyway, starting at only $179, which includes the shirt, tie, belt, and a pair of socks,
And a pair of socks.
with sizes starting at 34 short. That's probably you, going up to a 60 plus.
60 plus.
Well, I'll do the 34 short over
Well,
here.
it was my golden birthday this year. My age matched my waist size.
Nice.
Boy, that's something to be proud about.
56.
There's something to be really proud
My
about.
golden birthday.
I imagine your wife is really proud of you. Anyway, you can find Bjorn's clothing 262-652-0648. Last week's secret word was technology, for which no one got that. Maybe it was a little tough. You know, we put that in there because of the Foxconn.
Well, I think with your
Sure.
listening audience, you should probably limit the words to just 2 syllables.
2 syllables, about three vowels. Yeah.
We discussed that last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Or way
Yeah,
too
it was a
high.
little bit too long. You know, sometimes this show can be way too intense for some of our listeners. Anyway, the Kenosha Today Brain Trust has pre-selected this morning's secret word as of 10:04. And the first caller to say the secret word will win a $25 gift certificate, compliments of Mike Bjorn's clothing. Coming up after the 10:30 weather break, Kenosha's fastest growing game show sensation, the lightning round of City and Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. And then after the 11 o'clock break, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category written at Amen Corner, Where Gray Hairs Matter. Ooh. On the deck of the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, last night's production meeting. And here's the top 10. The top 10 mistakes Donald Trump admits that he made as president. I had to limit it to just 10. He's not having a real good go of it these first few months. And then the drama continues in the second hour, around 11:20, when we drain the swamp. Let all our listeners try to stump the chumps. You weren't around when we started Stump the Chumps. People call in, and now you are a chump. And they get a free fish dinner down at
American Legion.
American Legion, another one of our very fine sponsors.
Right on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Well, soon by September 1st, it's going to be called something else. Anyway, we're going to have that. You can win 2 free fish dinners at the American Legion, Post 21, 504 58th Street. Or, if they don't want the fish, or you get a choice. You can come and spend an hour with us. I haven't had any takers on that deal yet.
That make you want to stay in your house and lock your doors.
What kind of fish is it?
Who cares? It's free. Oh, you can get, I don't know, bluegills, alewives, bass, cod, who cares?
Trout? Lake trout?
It could
Sushi?
Be. It could be. And there's even more, boys and girls, after the 11:30 break, our special editorial segment sponsored by the legendary Brat Stop as the Brat turns. Ready?
Ah.
Oh, boy, just like you never
Just
left.
like the old days. Just
Did
like the
you
old days.
practice?
I practiced that, yeah.
So, at 2 in the morning, and you're out looking in the bathroom all by yourself, and you're going, what do you tell your wife?
At 2 in the morning.
Well, that's when you practice, right?
Listen, if you...
We got a caller.
Oh, we do, huh? Let's
My Stevie's back.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back, Steve.
Who's calling?
Yeah, who is this? Who's on the line, please? Your name and where you're calling from.
Well, we don't care.
I'm
where
a
you're from.
mystery guest.
Well, Shirley, it's been a while.
Yeah, right. Oh, my gosh. How the heck are you?
I'm doing okay. I've just been very busy. Haven't been able to be here on Saturdays, so I carved out a Saturday to come back as a guest appearance.
Oh, well, I'm so glad to hear your voice.
Oh, my God. You two get a room, for God's sakes. Shirley.
I am. That's good. I'm glad you made a guest appearance,
Shirley,
and I hope you come back
focus now, Shirley. Focus. There's a story
regularly.
Here. Focus now.
Yes.
There's a company called American Green is making marijuana, and this is because of California legalizing it. And they bought the entire town. This is American Green Inc. purchased 120 acres of land with a general store, a hotel, school building, mineral baths. And they think that this is going to, for $5 million, too.
Wow.
So, you know what? Who cares about Foxconn? Why don't you just buy Kenosha for $5 million and legalize marijuana.
There you go. That sounds like a winner to me.
Well, Shirley, you're going to have a new alderman, so I think you can move your pot out of the garage and right into the backyard.
I know. I'm sad that Kurt Whitland isn't going to try.
Well,
he might later on.
Wait. He may run in the spring. This is only a short-term deal. And
I know.
You know what? Under the rules that precedent was set by the former 8th District Alderman, you don't have to live in this district. Because my cousin Vinny lives underneath the 50th Street Bridge. Vinny Bambus.
Does he have a permit to be living under that bridge? Or
He don't need no stinking permit.
He don't need no stinking permit.
So what he's going to do, if he's selected come Monday by the rest of the city council, he's got 30 days to move. So.
Well, can I make a prediction?
Sure.
Bruce Fox.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah. Big surprise there.
Okay, Shirley.
Steve, you were a good alderman. You were my alderman.
Oh. Yes, I was.
Too busy for that, right?
He's an alderman? When did that happen?
No, did I mention I served on the city council for 22 years?
I know, 22 years. Wow.
All right, Shirley, my phones are lit up here, so...
Okay, well, welcome back.
Okay.
Thank you,
Goodbye,
Shirley.
bye-bye,
Bye,
bye-bye, bye-bye,
Steve.
bye-bye, bye-bye.
I put my pot out in the garage.
Good morning, you're in Kenosha today.
Yeah, I caught the tail end of the conversation. Is Steve Casey back on the city council?
Who's calling, please, and where are you calling from?
Well, I just heard that he was making a guest appearance.
I'm making a...
Not at the city council, trust me. he only had a...
That's what he did when he was on the council.
There you go.
Every now and then it'd be a guest appearance. But I got 22 years out of it, so there, put that in your pipe and smoke it there, mister.
Oh, I guess he hung up on you.
Good morning, you're in Kenosha today, right out of the blocks. Good morning.
Hi, Jim. I've got a Craftsman lawnmower for sale. I've got some lawn and garden tools.
What year is the Craftsman lawnmower? What year is it?
It's a 56.
Okay, now I've got a 72 dehumidifier. Would you be willing to trade that?
Oh, most definitely.
It doesn't work, and it takes up a lot of room in the basement. Can we still talk trade?
Yeah, we can do that.
Hey, caller.
If you throw in a bottle of Corbel, we got a deal.
Caller, what is your IQ?
We don't want to go there.
Yeah. Caller, do you have any plans later today? Maybe we can talk about this trade.
Yes. Yeah. Can we meet later on? And we'll talk about it.
I suspect that we can.
Hey.
Okay.
You had to bring that nonsense. Hey, I got to tell you put in my garage door opener, and it's really working well on the remote that you gave me. I can get all the cable channels on my neighbor's TV now.
That's perfect. Now it's going sideways, not up and down.
That's right.
The door goes sideways.
I'm the only guy in the neighborhood.
Good. That's good. It's
All
working
right.
good then.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's have another caller.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Steve Casey, welcome back.
Why?
Would you call everybody in the neighborhood and the town to tell them you're here?
Why, thank you very much. Who's calling?
This is Paul from Racine.
Oh.
Let's get right to the heart of the matter.
Okay.
The reason you haven't been on the show is, let's face it, there was tension and disagreement between you and Scott on how the show should run.
What the hell are you talking about?
Let's be honest about that. But I know you're going to bring it back and, delve into the hard-hitting issues facing Kenosha, right?
Is that what he told you?
Yep, that's what I've been told.
I can't wait to talk about Foxconn this morning. How's that?
Well, we need to talk about Foxconn. You know what I heard?
Okay.
$85,000 an acre.
Yeah, that's about right.
I
heard 50, but that's about right.
All right, Paul, let me ask you a question. Do you really think the Taiwanese company or China or whoever they are, do you really think they're going to come to southeastern Wisconsin because it's going to be good for us?
They don't care
good for whom?
They're not coming to southeastern Wisconsin because it's going to benefit us. It's only going to benefit Foxconn.
Well, hopefully it's mutually beneficial, right?
Well, you'd hope.
Well,
why would you say it wouldn't be? Why wouldn't you say it would benefit us?
Well,
what do you mean by the statement?
Well, first of all, we can talk about the pay scale. I find it hard to believe that that's going to be an accurate depiction of what they're going to pay assemblers. $20 to $25 an hour. That doesn't happen in this economy. That's the first thing.
Okay, but can I comment on that?
Go ahead.
Okay, so is it better to have some paying jobs or no paying jobs? Would you rather have people making $15 an hour or $0 an hour?
Well, Paul, let me preface whatever I'm going to say next by saying that I hope they do come and I hope they are successful. But there are aspects of it that I think need to be exposed and need to be talked about. One of the things is why the state legislature is going to waive any environmental impacts. Why are they going to do that? What about the business in the business park that had to pay $500,000 in permits, to do environmental studies and things like that? And Walker and the state legislature is considering waiving any of those requirements.
Now, you just said a key word there. They're considering it, right?
Right.
Well, it seems like it's a done deal.
So in other words, it's not a done deal yet, right?
Well, absolutely not. But unless the public knows about things like this, it may be a done deal.
Well, I mean, I think that's a good point. But I think, when you look at you're going to put on onerous environmental regulations on a company coming in here going to invest that kind of money when 45 minutes to the north, the MMSD constantly is dumping raw sewage into the lake.
Which is a whole other issue, and I agree with you 100%,
It is another
Paul.
issue, but it shows a level of hypocrisy.
Absolutely.
Among government.
Absolutely.
They wag their finger at private businesses telling them, oh, no, you've got to meet these stringent environmental regulations, but we can do whatever the hell we want.
And we can dump raw sewage into Lake Michigan.
Right. Okay, Paul, I got to run. Thank you. Bye. Appreciate it. We were talking about jobs, and, the big problem in this area is where are all these people going to come from? Amazon had a day, and Uline's hiring, and everybody. Here's a good, perfect example. I'm going to the golf course, and I'm going west on on Washington Road, and I'm stopped at a light by Green Bay Road. And here's a homeless guy with a big sign saying, I need help, and I'll appreciate anything. So I rolled the window down and I says, you know what? Amazon's got a job fair today. I'll give you a ride. I'll drop you off. He declined. I says, I'll give you the ride to Amazon, and you could probably get some kind of job.
Well, they were hiring on the spot.
I know, but this guy refused it. He'd rather take money.
He doesn't want a job.
No.
Well, let me walk you through another scenario. And Scott, you were very much part of the political fabric back when this was going on. Don't you remember back in 1988 when Chrysler closed and we lost 6,500 well-paying jobs?
Right.
Almost crushed the economy. Unemployment, foreclosures, people out of work. People had to scramble. And Pat Moran in 1988, his reaction to that was, we are going to diversify the economy. Never again do we want to be dependent on just one employer.
Yeah.
And we started building industrial parks where we targeted businesses with 100 employers or less. Because guess what happens if one of those businesses of 100 employees goes out? Nothing. The economy barely feels it. Those families will suffer. But now walk yourself down the line about 15 years, and let's say Foxconn comes, and they employ 13,000 people. There's a housing boom. There's an influx of people into the community. All of that takes place. Now let's say they decide that, you know what, we can build a cheaper factory somewhere else in this country, and they pull out.
Yeah.
What's going to say that they're going to stay here? Can you imagine this economy going through the loss of 13,000 jobs? When Chrysler closed, it almost killed Kenosha. My concern is if we're going to give them these tax incentives, there's got to be some way to keep their feet to the fire to say, look, we will be in this community for X amount of years.
Going back to the 88, the union and everybody wanted to sue Chrysler. And remember the angry picture of those guys from the union? And they wanted blood. They were shooting at Pat Moran's house.
Well,
So him and John Collins, cooler heads prevailed, and we went on. I got to take this call, and then we were way behind again. Good morning, you're on Kenosha today.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to talk about the Jesse Downing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so the Jesse Downing deal with them buying it for $400,000.
Yep.
the housing or the property next to him, which used to be Leon Drager's, is 17.5 acres.
Right.
3 years ago, they couldn't, the airport, when I talked to them, because I live in the area, about what their 30-year plan was, and they said, well, we're abandoning our 30-year plan. So what they did is, he told me that they were, I asked him about Leon Drager's property, and he said they were going to be selling it for, that it was being sold to Dustin Harp Development, and then they were going to be buying the 15 acres from them.
Okay.
Well, what happened then, they bought the acreage from Dustin Harp for, I think it was $325,000, when the property was $425,000 as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So now he has the 2 acres adjacent to, adjacent to Tarbenders, and that property, they could have had the whole thing for $425,000, which would have been 17 acres.
Yeah,
and now they're going to have to buy that property back from him.
Yeah.
To complete the whole block there.
There is a plan to extend those runways. I don't know if people realize this. There's $6 million in a capital improvement budget to extend those runways back like they wanted to do in the early 90s from 5,500 to 6,600. I don't mind them extending the runways, but I don't want to make this into a cargo hub because that flight plan comes right over my house. And
well, I live right next to the airport.
Okay. It's not bad now, is it?
No, it's not bad now, but that extra 1,000 feet is to the east, I believe.
Correct. You're right. That's where.
So if they're going to be doing that, why aren't they buying the Tarbend? I mean, John was it Bob and John's, the bar at the end of the road? And if it's a necessity and Jesse's property, I think, is only 2 acres.
I think that Icky Ricky's and that other one that you just mentioned are going to be bought out by the state when they widen 142 starting next year. Yeah. I believe that's what's going to happen.
Right. Well, that's interesting because John and Ron, whatever the other one is, has a for sale sign in front of it. You think they'd be holding out for the state to be buying it? The state to be buying it.
I can't agree with you more. When I saw that in the paper, and I know Jesse Downing, I like Jesse Downing, you just kind of raised your eyebrows a little bit, and you thought to yourself, boy, I need more details before I form an opinion. But something just doesn't add up to me.
Now they jacked it up to $450,000, claiming all the money's most of it's coming back from from the federal. And if you live there, there's nobody in the flight tower anymore because of the cutbacks, right?
I believe it's till 8, I think.
Yeah, it's staffed during the day, just not overnight.
Oh, okay. Right. All right.
Yep. And then I'd like to comment about the Foxconn deal because everyone's buying the purchase of the property, and I'm kind of in the same deal because there's been speculation for the property behind my house, which is 73 acres owned by Schwartz Nursery.
Okay.
About buildings going in there. Well, everyone's got to understand that if Kenosha is going to be involved with this, they told basically all of us on 38th Street that if somebody decides to build behind you, we are not forcing them to buy your property in front.
Now your property is in Summers, right?
Yeah, I'm in that no man's land.
Yeah, there's about
we don't have any representation
right. That's
because we're going to be moved to the city in I think 22 years.
Good luck.
Well, exactly. But the people that think it's great out, everybody in Kenosha thinks it's great for this, any kind of industrial development, but we are being left with something potentially in our backyard.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Not having representation must hurt. I went through the same thing for the last 2 years in the 8th District.
Yeah, and
this is why we play disclaimers.
I went to the city council meeting last year when this whole deal was going down with this Dustin Harp, and by the way, that Dustin Harp deal with that 17 acres, they changed it to industrial park district, I believe, and he still hasn't hooked up to the city sewer.
Yeah. Well, there's rules for some, and then there's rules for others.
Well, let me ask you a real pressing question, though. How do you eat a Cyclops donut?
I can tell you. I can tell you.
Do you spread the cream over the top, or do you leave the cream all in the middle? That's what I'm concerned about.
I didn't hear the first part.
Well, how do you eat a Cyclops donut?
With one eye closed?
With one eye.
Hey, ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Hey, that's a winner. That's winner.
We're here to represent you. I got to run. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
Thanks for the call.
I got to read this thing, and then we got to go to the weather.
Okay.
Kenosha Barter, and welcome to the August 5th edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WIP, spreading the love here at Camp Happy Face this morning. Also bringing you gas trolleys, stray cats, backyard beavers, and 2 free seats on Uncle Scotty's Saving the Kenosha Today Nation. Hey, you know what? I had my first trolley ride last Saturday. I'm at Taste of Wisconsin.
Was it the track or the rubber wheel?
The track.
Okay.
And I'd never been on it in the 20 years it's been around. So I see this thing, and
What is that?
I got on, and I had my shirt pulled over so nobody could see me.
You mean like the Unabomber?
Yeah. Yeah, right. It's not a bad deal, really. And so it's a $1 to ride it, and here's a big sign: trolley driver cannot make change.
Well, because they're
That's exactly what the sign said. That's yeah. Trolley driver cannot make change.
because those drivers can't count back from 5.
There you go. So I just thought I'd share that with him.
That's the first time you went on the trolley?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I guess I was
I've
banned.
I've been on the trolley more times than I care to count. The kids loved it when they were young years ago.
Again, we invite everyone to join the thousands of fans who have already signed up and liked us on Facebook. And you can join us on the web, KenoshaToday.com, designed by Capo Web Design. You can find them at CapoWebDesign.com. Brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and the legendary Bronx Stop, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. Also, no one in the first half hour has won this morning's Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Mike Bjorn's Clothing. And again, if any of our callers mention the secret word, you will win a $25 gift certificate. Compliments of Mike Bjorn's Clothing, located in someplace. Jumbo Jim Celovich.
You have another donut over there? Is that the problem?
I don't know.
What's the problem?
He's all jacked up on whipped cream over there.
I'm just trying to do a good job here. It's just not working
if you,
out.
Join
Might
our
be the
special-
Cyclops.
Our special guest, Kenosha State Director of Cybersecurity, Elmo Schneider, and also the Love Doctor. He's the Love Doctor now. Spider Ronnie. And Jumbo Jim Celovich, and our special guest, little Stevie Casey, is here in the house. Actually, looking more like he is the house.
Yeah. Whoa! Hey!
Oh,
Two-story.
Hey.
Let's take a call here, and then we'll get the city in jeopardy. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Okay.
This is George. How's it going there?
You turn the radio down, please.
Sure.
Okay, what can I do for you?
I just call to say how everything's going in Kenosha. It seems pretty good.
All right. Thank you for sharing that
Sun rose
information.
here this morning. I guess
Is
we got that
that
going for us.
Steve Casey there?
Yeah?
Here we go.
What?
Here we go. Here we go.
Why are you back on this garbage show?
We're asking the very same question.
Why is that? You lost all my respect.
All right.
You lost all my respect.
All right.
Again?
He's gone. He hung up on us, sir.
Anyway.
That was George. That was George, right?
That was.
We don't know who it was.
It was somebody.
After the 11 o'clock break, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category, the top 10 mistakes that President Trump admits that he's made while he was in office. And now, boys and girls, and little Stevie, it's time to play Kenosha's fastest-growing game show sensation, the lightning round of City in Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. And to be eligible, no one from your household could have won any contest on WLP within the last 60 days. We will now clear the phone lines.
Clear line.
We had a caller, but we got to clear all the lines.
Clear the phone lines.
Phone lines are clear.
I'm going to read the question, which is a very sophisticated, intelligent, multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
You will then get three somewhat intellectual answers to choose from.
Somewhat.
After that, you'll hear the ding, Elmo. And the first caller to correctly answer the question wins a Kenosha Today $25 gift certificate to the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, located at 4917 7th Avenue, here in Kenosha.
Burgers.
Oh, my God.
Boathouse.
Open Mondays through Fridays at 11 a.m., featuring weekly lunch and dinner specials. Enjoy a beautiful waterfront view and stop in. What's the echo going on in here? Big Saturday and Sunday morning breakfast and Bloody Mary specials beginning at 7 a.m. until noon. And if you're planning a party or a banquet, call Joyce at 262-654-9922, or you can find them on the web at theboathousekenosha.com. The phone lines are clear. The sophisticated question.
Sophisticated.
What is the best way for the city council to fill the vacancy for the 8th district?
I know.
Me, call
me. I know.
I was afraid that You say that at night?
No.
Your wife?
Hey,
Hey, call me.
Pick me.
I don't often have the answer to sophisticated questions.
Okay, but let me give you the.
Okay, go ahead.
What is the best way for the city council to fill the vacancy for the 8th district alderman? A. Select a 5th grader who has a grade point of .08.
Well, that's what we had.
B. B. Appoint someone who is prolific in the use of superglue.
That's a good
See, there's one you hadn't thought about.
That's a good one.
There's a callback.
Or C, at random, find some guy who's put in a bathroom and a fence without a permit. First caller, 262-694-10.
I like them all.
These are good ones.
What is the best way for the city council to fill the vacancy for the 8th district alderman? A, select a 5th grader who has a grade point of .08. B, appoint someone who's prolific in the use of superglue. Or C, at random, find some guy who has put in a bathroom and a fence without a permit. We have a caller.
Permits. We don't need no stinking permits.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Steve.
All right. This is George, right?
This is the real George.
Yeah,
the real George.
Yeah, this is the real deal, buddy.
The real deal. Okay. Now, I'm going to read the question. You're calling in to play the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the sophisticated question, George. What is the best way for the city council to fill the vacancy for the 8th district alderman? A, select a 5th grader who has a grade point of .08. B, appoint someone who is prolific in the use of superglue. Or C, just at random, find some guy who's
There's a fourth one.
There's a fourth one?
Move me Shirley's garage and set my cot next to the pot.
Run that past me one more time.
Me moving into Shirley's garage, setting up my cot next to the pot.
Your cot next to the pot?
No, my cot next to the pot in her garage.
Oh,
we have a winner!
That's the winner! Ring the bell! Congratulations, George! You win a gift certificate from the wonderful Boathouse Pub and Eatery. Congratulations from The Price is Right.
That's good for me.
Okay, George. I guess you're the big winner, and you know, for I'm trying to taper down my enthusiasm for you, but today you get to brag because you've just been named, George. Today you've been named the smartest person in Kenosha.
Oh, I knew that.
That's just for today. That's just for
Because he's
today.
the smartest person in Kenosha.
We're not sure about tomorrow.
Yeah, neither am I.
Okay, now here's what's going to happen, George. Off the air, Jumbo Jim here is going to get your address and phone number, and I will send you it's a Kenosha Day certificate that you get $25 off your Boathouse bill, and it'll be in the mail on Monday.
Hey, sounds good.
Okay.
Now
All right,
you're going to
George.
stay on the line, George.
So, George, stay on the line.
Stay on the line.
Hang on, George. All right, he's on hold.
Well, he's
Alrighty.
he's doing that.
Talks amongst yourselves.
Talks amongst ourselves.
He's doing that. I got to read a sponsor here. These can't be all calling us. If it is,
I don't think so.
Okay, Val.
I find that a little hard to believe.
yeah.
Are these all calls for us, Jumbo Jim?
I was on the phone. You know, it's kind of rude talking to me while I'm on the phone. Yeah, these are all new calls here.
Oh, jeez.
All righty.
All right. Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
On the phone. It's kind of rude.
All right, you don't turn down your phone, we don't take her call.
Okay,
We got next
wait
call.
a minute. Give the guy a chance. Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Good morning. It's Cindy. How is everybody?
Oh, very fine.
Hey, Cindy, how the heck are you?
I'm doing okay. Wednesday, I have some surgery to add another vertebrae to my fusion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you well.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
And call us, let us know next week how this went.
Yes, I will. I'll
And-
try to get theirs.
We'll get some rolls out there.
Where are you having that done?
KMH.
Okay.
Okay. I think
Yeah.
everybody's
So
got a
if
license
if
over there.
anything goes wrong, Steve, you know where to pick me up.
Well, how long, Cindy?
don't
How
think
long are you
that.
going to be in there?
Supposedly just overnight. We'll see what happens.
Okay, well, just keep this in mind about the meal plan at the Kenosha Hospital in St. Catharines.
Okay.
They consider peanut butter and jelly an entree.
Well,
Okay?
what I wanted to say was, you know, you were saying about this guy that you saw with the sign that
Yeah.
was looking for, you know,
Handouts.
wouldn't take work, but he wanted freebies.
Right.
A couple years ago, there was a guy out there by Pick and Save, and my cousin went in the store. She's a good person. She went in and she got $20 worth of groceries, and she brought them all to him and said, "Here, you know."
Yeah.
And he was all thankful and stuff. And she walked back to her car, And she got back to her car. She sees this guy taking a bag of groceries and his sign and everything, and getting in a Cadillac and driving
Yeah,
away.
there you have it. That's about right.
You know.
Well,
So-
and every now and then, Cindy, you'll see these people in orange vests at major intersections, and they claim that they're collecting money for disadvantaged children. And they were on 39th Avenue, and Bogdalik, to his credit, is trying to curb this. He's trying to adopt an ordinance, so I give him credit for that.
Well, it,
But,
it wasn't the Lions or the firemen, was
no,
it?
it wasn't. It was an illegitimate operation.
All right.
Oh, boy.
And so that goes on all the time.
One last comment, then I got to let you go. If you see little Stevie Casey sitting in the boulevard, he's been well overfed. Don't give him nothing.
Good to hear ya.
Don't give,
All right.
Don't give me any Cyclops.
I'll work for donuts.
All right.
And the best way to eat one of those is all the way around the edge and
There
then
you
pop
go.
the whipped cream in.
Oh, Cindy, come on, get
All
a
right,
grip.
Cindy.
What the hell are you talking
Cindy,
about?
All right, I got to move on.
Good luck,
Okay,
Cindy.
bye.
Good luck on your surgery,
Yeah,
dear.
good
Thank
luck.
you.
All right.
Good morning on Kenosha today.
And
Who's this?
these are.
Hello,
Hello, who's this?
this is Paul. Who is this?
Hey, Paulie.
Oh,
We'd rather not say.
You know, I mean, I just had to check my pulse this morning. But if this sounds right, next thing I know, I'm going to be hearing Dick Lesko doing a horticulture, plant question.
Hey, we have, as long as you brought it up.
Do you have a plant question, Paul?
Is that Steve?
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Hey, this is one of the greatest comebacks since Lazarus.
hey.
All right, let me ask you a question, Paul. You and I are of the same mindset. Let's just say
Oh,
that.
boy. Tearing you down again, Paulie.
What is the proper way to eat a Cyclops?
As quickly as you can so you can have another.
Well, that's another good answer.
I was never a smear. I was always one who ate around the edges and saved that
No,
creamy
you
inside.
spread the
middle.
cream across the whole top, and then you eat it with a knife and fork.
Well, I heard Jim's a spreader, though.
He's a spreader, but he got whipped cream and chocolate all over his fingers because he didn't have a knife and fork. I watched him.
And now it's all over the council board as well. I get a little cream on the microphone, too. This happens that way.
Boy, this thing has deteriorted pretty quick since you called.
It went south.
Hey, how's our Facebook page doing, Paul?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh, great.
It's wonderful. In fact, it says, "For heaven's sakes, look who's back."
Oh, for heaven's sakes!
Hey, since you brought up plant chatter,
Yes.
here's I have this. Here's a big story out of off the internet. Should you pee on your lawn? Does this help fertilize your yard? Yes or no?
Helps my
Yeah,
shrubs.
got some urea in your urine.
It's what?
Urea.
Are you talking about your lawn, Scott? Yeah. Should Paul urinate on your lawn?
I could burn a message into it.
Well, you have to stand in line. There's quite a long line for that. Can you spell scum?
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. Come on.
Yeah,
Okay.
SCOTT.
Yeah, right. All right, Paulie.
Okay, guys. Well, just good. to
Oh, wait a
hear you
minute.
guys.
Oh, I had another
I'm
caller,
sorry.
but since the caller hung up, I guess we're stuck talking to you.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, I saw your articles about the Rotary, the softball. I didn't know you were a Kenosha News sports correspondent. When did that come up?
When you correspond, you're a correspondent.
That's got to be a pretty substantial increase in base pay, huh?
Just like when you urinate, you're an urinator.
Yeah. And if you're really good at putting worms on a hook, you're a never mind.
Whoa!
I
Boy,
like
there
it.
goes that connection. I guess we lost him.
Oh, boy, yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
it was like,
Man, what
oh,
happened?
he's gone. Oh, my
Those
God.
atmospheric
what happened
conditions.
there. Wow.
I thought it was talking Irish Root
Oh,
there
boy,
for a
I
minute.
think we got disconnected.
Yeah, you're in and you're out. You know what I'm saying?
You know, we have a new, since you've been, oh, God. We have a new dump button policy that they have to, if we have to dump something, we have to record it.
You have to write it down because if it gets replayed.
Has it changed? Can you say crap on the air or no?
No.
Yeah.
That's not a dump button?
Yeah, that's not a dump button.
Okay, well, don't let's not push
The
it
big
on.
ones are. The big,
but
the
don't
grand-
say it.
I thought you were asking me.
You don't have to test this. This is not a quiz.
And please don't, because I'm the
Listen,
one
this
that
is a
edit.
clean-
I have to edit it.
Well,
Okay.
This is a clean, family-oriented show.
That's right.
There's
That's
families and then there's families.
You know that word "oriented" is one of the most mispronounced words in the English language.
You know, speaking of languages,
most people say orientated. Orientated. That's not. It's oriented.
What's the meaning of that word, orientated?
I don't know.
If we have to know it in Chinese, though.
Well, Taiwanese.
In
Taiwanese.
Here-
You got it?
Yeah.
It might be.
我不明白这个词的意思。
Orientated.
我不明白这个词的意
Oriented.
思。
Wait a minute.
有不明白。
明白这个词的意思。
That means I don't understand.
Sing Pao.
Be careful.
Be careful.
小心。
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 小心。Be careful. Oh.
What's happening? 发生了什么事？
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 Getting ready for-
发生了什么事？
We're getting ready for
发生了
Foxconn.
什么事？
什么是 mashed potatoes?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
What's going on? 怎么回事？
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 Boy, oh boy. That's good.
Excellent. 太好了。
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 We'll have more later.
We will?
Absolutely.
Come on in, Foxconn. We're ready for you.
Yeah.
We're ready for you. What happening?
Tao hao lei. Excellent.
Foxconn today.
Turn and face to the east.
All right, there we go.
Orientate. Turn and face to the east.
We were talking about a variety of topics. Oh, here's another one we talked about a couple weeks ago. When I talked about redoing Kenosha, all the things that Kenosha had to redo over the years. First of all, we had the Washington Park Crack-A-Dome. That was another $800,000. And then we had
City.
the harbor dredging.
The price
some
of crack
years
has really gone up.
Well, the harbor.
Wait a minute.
You always have to redo the harbor.
But they screwed it up the first time when they took that pipe and tried to suck it out and down to whatever by the band shell there. That was a waste of $365. The Dream Playground cost us $600. The roundabout on 26th and Lincoln Road was put in. It wasn't big enough. The fire trucks couldn't get in. And then there was the incident on 56th Street from Sharon Road to about 10th Avenue. The curb was engineered wrong. They'd take that out. And then Elmo brought up the, what was that, the truck?
Truck wash, yeah. They couldn't fit the trucks through.
Hey, Elmo, the other one when you gave me a ride home, the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Which pool?
Anderson Park.
Yeah.
And there's another one when they're redoing
Here's
6th
an
Avenue.
idea. Close the pools.
Here, oh, forget it. Now, just wait a minute. On 6th Avenue, they're redoing it. So they were going to keep the original, the lights themselves, because they were historic, remember, way back when they put those in? Well, what they did was, they're just right now, it's just a little skinny pole with like a square thing on. The city did not order the poles until just last week for this project. And that was coming right from the guy that was putting in these poles. So this is never going to be done by...
Well, it's supposed to be done by Labor Day.
Not going to happen.
Well, that's what
I don't care.
The administration this week claimed that they were right on schedule.
Well,
I don't know.
they were 10 days behind, and there's no way that that's going to be done.
Well, they're shooting obviously for Labor Day because that's when the big car show is.
Right.
I mean, what do they bring? About 6,000?
2,000 cars.
2,000, yeah, 2,000.
And everybody's, you know what? The suggestion was have it on one half. Don't you just take it up 6th Avenue to 7th Avenue and go north? You know, past the Villa di Carlo and Captain Mike's and the Boathouse and Pete's and...
Well, the whole thing about the 6th Avenue project that I didn't understand is some of those businesses down there, they live for the summer months.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand the project having to be done, but my thought was, you know, they didn't start the project until Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
They could have started it. There was no snow after March 15th. They could have started that April 1st and did half the project from April 1st to the end of May, Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And then wait till after Labor Day to do the second half.
Exactly.
Some of those businesses, I mean, we deal with Summers Garden, the florist down there.
They're dying
They
on
said
the vine.
their walk-in business virtually dried up, you know, because they couldn't really even get in, you know. So, and those businesses, small businesses, what you do is you have a busy season and you bank a lot of the money. And that carries you through some of the slow times. I know that as a businessman. We may get busier than heck, but you don't spend all that money. You hang on to it. That's exactly right. But so I don't know. I had an issue with the way that they engineered this project. But you know, and can I tell a quick story about the 22nd Avenue improvement?
You got 3 minutes.
Chuck Bradley and I, when they
Make it really quick, Steve, because we're way behind.
All right, well, I'll tell you that.
Well,
We'll
okay.
take a break. Okay.
Well, we don't
No, we don't
have to
have to
break
break.
yet.
We're a couple minutes before the news.
Okay, just finish it up.
Well, real quick, Chuck
Okay.
Bradley
Yeah.
and I were on the Public Works Department. They wanted to redo 22nd Avenue from 75th Street to 76th Street. Sunnyside and all those businesses in that complex there didn't. They had a choice. We can close down half the road and then redo it, and then do the other half, and that was going to be a 90-day project. Otherwise, Chuck Bradley and I met with the contractors and worked with the administration and said, or we can close down the street altogether and have the project done in 15 days.
Wow.
So there are ways to expedite these projects, because these contractors, what they do is they'll come and they'll mill off all the old street. Then they go to another part of town and mill off all that street. And they don't come back to the original project until they finish doing all the milling on all their projects. But if you hold the contractors' feet to the fire and say, stay on this project and work on it till you're done, it moves along. And Chuck Bradley and I were able to do that, and that project was done, that two-block area repaved in 15 days.
Okay. We got to take a break in a little bit.
We got 2 minutes.
And then when we come back, Elmo brought in this story from Country Thunder. How do you like this guy? Billy Badass. He gets married. It's his name, Billy Badass. He gets married to Ms. How do you pronounce that?
Badass?
Gangwal or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. Out at Country Thunder. Look at that's Billy Badass. And just since all the rain, they were in mud up to like 6 inches thick. And the aisle was 12 feet worth of Bud Light cases. Married by Red, who was a great friend, via the internet. Apparently he's an ordained minister. There was a flower girl who tossed Bud Light bottle caps in lieu of flowers. That sounds like a wedding I should have. Or maybe not.
Well, how's that whole marriage thing working out for you?
We're going to be back in about a minute.
I'd recommend you try it again.
No, I'm in a slump.
A slump?
About 18 years slump.
About 18 years slump. You know, we're celebrating 20. 20.
Yeah. You shouldn't have said nothing.
Is it 26? Yeah. How did you know that, Ron?
Because you did the 25th, you renewed.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's been a year on our vows after 25 years.
26 years.
What'd you do after 25? What'd you have to do after 25?
Captain Ron knows how long I've been married. What does that tell you? You might be spending a little too much time with my wife, Ron.
And by the way, you're out of vodka.
No, we're never out of vodka. I'm friends with the lighting.
We'll take a break.
All right, we'll be back in 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll continue this nonsense.
We'll learn a little more Mandarin Chinese before the break. Here we go.
Scotty Barter, and welcome to the August 5th edition of the Kenosha City Weekly Report, broadcasting live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WIP on your radio dial. Being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and the legendary Brass Stop, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses, taking serious journalism to an all-time high and reporting
serious journalism.
Seriously,
you heard me. No fake news.
Are you talking about?
Serious journalism, reporting on local stories, state stories, and spanning the globe, keeping it real and just spreading the love. Speaking of spreading the love, our director of cybersecurity, Elmo Schneider, is here, and we got a couple big events coming up. Go ahead.
Well, we're going to be going
Pete's
on
Place.
site at Pete's Place in 2 weeks.
For Elmo's birthday party.
And Jim Selvich's birthday.
Yeah, it is my birthday on that day.
Are you going to stop over?
I'll be in Los Angeles, so I won't.
Oh, well.
Are you broadcasting live from there?
Yeah.
Broadcasting live from the beer garden there, so it's...
it's also Bill Clinton's birthday.
That's right.
It
So
is.
wear your blue dress.
And bring all the cigars you want.
And your shout. I'm going to be... it's also John Stamos' birthday, too. It's just so
That's right.
you guys know.
You're a twin.
Yeah, we're actually born the exact same day, same year.
Were you separated at birth?
Obviously,
right?
look at me, you know.
But at Pete Plates, it's cocktails at 8 a.m., and they're going to start serving breakfast at 9 a.m. there because...
and we go on the air, whatever's left at 10.
Right. So.
But alcohol will not play a part of our charades.
No.
And then in a couple weeks, we're going to have
Charades.
whatever.
Charades.
We've got some people coming in from Southport Beach House.
Next week.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Southport Beach House.
Yeah.
Yep, the restoration.
Yeah, we're going to help out
group.
there. We are just community givers. Let's take this call, little Stevie. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Little Stevie's here. I'm looking right at him.
Hello, I'm right here.
Hello, little Stevie.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Good morning, guys. This is Mike Bjorn, and thank you for bringing the subject up of the downtown urban renewal project up. Just got to read a quick paragraph from USA Today a couple days ago. A debilitating iron sulfide material exists in concrete. The material pyrrhotite is plaguing thousands of Connecticut homeowners with crumbling foundations. Now, I don't know if you've heard about the cracking of the concrete down here, but go by Sandy's Popper's second store location, and the crack goes from her front door all the way to the curb. And, of course, we're sure these things are all going to be taken care of, as many have been taken care of already, and unfortunately they had to be taken care of. How is this concrete going to last the typical 15 to 20 years these projects are supposed to take? Frank's Diner has not had a sidewalk in front of it for well over 2 months. Today there's a big gang of guys working on 58th Street, but as many of the people doing the work have said to me over and over again, what is wrong with your city government that they decided to do 6th Avenue and 58th Street at the same time? It just doesn't make any sense. We knew back in the first week of May that there was no way this project was going to be done by September 1st for Mr. Puntillo's car show. And why now they're still working on 58th Street when they should be working on 6th to maybe get it done. It's an impossibility.
Exactly.
Yep.
And just thank you for your interest, but these things keep going on and on. I always enjoy when you bring up the other issues that have happened in town. Let us not forget the 2 arches that were supposed to go over the uptown 22nd Avenue area, and they discovered the street was too wide for the arches after they spent thousands.
I do recall that. There was an alderman in that
district. You mean that project that was supposed to create a sense of place?
Yeah.
Right. Just like the bulbous corners did. Correct.
Our city planner used that phrase so damn many times, I was hearing it in my sleep. We're going to do the streetscape project, put these nice archways, and it'll create a sense of place. Well, I'll clue you. It created a sense of place. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, keep up with the good work.
Little Stevie, your vein was starting to pop out.
You know what? I felt that. I felt the vein going out on the side of my neck. That's actually why I had to stop coming, because my heart,
blood pressure.
My cardiologist said it wasn't good for my health.
Spider Ronnie's here, and engineering Jumbo Jim Selovich.
Go Jimmy, Jimmy, that's the voice I heard outside. Right before I died, I could not hide although I tried. Go Jimmy, Jimmy, in your nightmares that's where he resides. There's no escape you'll find, it's Jimmy Neutron time.
Look at him, he's like a little kid in a candy store. Look at that little grin over there. Good morning on Kenosha Today.
Let me push
Good morning on Kenosha Today.
Let's try one more time.
Good morning.
This is Ganga in Libertyville.
Hey, Ganga, my man.
Kenosha would not have that problem if they would take Pakistan's lead and just use dirt and gravel and cow manure as their roads. They would not have to worry about it.
Any type of manure would do. Maybe even
you've been to college, haven't you, Ganga?
Yeah, yes, I have. The University of PK.
PK.
Yes, it's short for Pakistan.
Oh, okay.
What did you study over there? Donut making?
I did. Yes, the whole 101. It was very, very informative.
Now, did they teach you how to eat a Cyclops?
A hole in any capacity.
Okay.
Are you going to be working for Foxconn?
Certainly not. I would not work for a Penty Ante outfit like that. I'm making mucho dinero on the donut business. But you're talking about blue dresses. If I come over and wear my blue burqa, will you violate it for me?
Is it that little strapless thing that you wear off the shoulder a little bit? That sassy looking thing?
Yes. Yes, I wear it for Bill Lawrence when we meet for coffee. But I will wear it for you.
Oh well, we're right up there with Bill Lawrence now, right?
Donkey.
Oh yes.
Hey. Hey, Ganga.
Yes, sir.
No, wait. Hang on a minute. We have little children here in the studio this morning. Hey,
I better get off the phone then.
Wait a minute, I got one question to ask you, because this is important. Because when we had all the rain, we're going to have the Kenosha Today Ark, because Noah called me, and we're going to have the Kenosha Today Ark called the USS Sea Scum, and we're looking for you to recruit people from down your area, and we're looking for 2 of everything, maybe 2 blondes, 2 redheads, 2 brunettes. Can you help us out, Gunga?
Well, possibly. Do you want hairy legs or do you want shaven legs?
Well, here
I am an authority on hairy legs.
Well,
horse.
Just a second. Bring us a couple of those.
Yes, Pakistan has not reached. They have not come out of the 1960s yet.
Okay.
All righty.
All right, Gunga, you're the man.
Stay loud, baby.
Yeah.
Pig.
For those who haven't signed on to like us, you know what that it sounds like? I could have sworn. Never mind. I better not even want to go there.
We're pushing the envelope pretty, pretty
is
far
that another
today.
call, Jumbo Jim?
Yeah, there should be.
Yeah,
Here it
good.
is.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today. Oh yeah, real good.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Is
good.
this one? Oh, they're gone.
They're
Right?
both gone.
Well, we had a malfunction there, so call us back.
It was
for those who haven't signed on to like us on Facebook, you can sign in and like us on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
How's that? Dancing around. Also, the Secret Word Challenge to win a $25 gift certificate from Mike Bjorn's Clothing, offering the largest selection of men's suits anywhere on the planet, starting at only $179, which includes a shirt, tie, belt, and a pair of socks. So for you guys who want to impress your sweetheart, get over to Mike Bjorn's Clothing and in.
Oh, it's in
downtown Kenosha, or call them at 262-652-0648.
What was that last phone number again?
262-652-0648.
That's the one.
That's the one. Here we go, boys and girls. Written in our home office at Amen Corner on the deck at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, where gray hairs matter. This week's top 10 thought-provoking category. Y'all got your fingers
Limbered up here.
Lubered up or limbered up or whatever you got to. Top 10 mistakes Donald Trump admits that he made as a president. Number 10. Too many tweets, not enough toots. Number 9. After moving to the White House, mistakenly gave Nancy Pelosi his new address. Number 8. Used Bill Clinton's cigar holder for more than he should have. Number 7. Buying 100-gallon vats of Russian hairspray. Number 6. Declaring Anthony Scaramucci's birthday a national holiday. Number 5. Not using superglue at the G20 summit. Number 4. For the first 3 months, he lived in Reince Priebus's garage in Summers. Number 3. Ordering the Army Corps of Engineers to fill the Potomac with more ego. Number 2. His Obama health care plan didn't include backstabbing. And the number 1 mistake Donald Trump admits that he made, still thinks that GOP stands for Gangster on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Hello, it's me. Hello from Russia. Bye-bye.
What's that? What's that from? Speaking of Reince Priebus, remember when he called him? It was about a year ago in September.
About a year ago,
he was in his garage.
Was in his garage. Chief of Staff, former Chief of Staff, Reince Priebus, great guy. I'd like to try to get him back on and interview, and I wonder if he'd open up about what really went on in the White House. And I got to tell you, based on what I've seen in the White House, I mean, Reince Priebus was a class act. He always has been. Very polite, just a class act, whether you like his politics or not. And I would think that for a guy like Reince, this would almost be a relief.
Oh, I would think
that he's not part of this.
He just got caught up in that
this
storm.
nightmare anymore.
Yeah,
when you got a guy like Mooch, Anthony Scaramucci, I mean, what was the White House thinking of bringing a hack like that?
And then using that kind of language,
unbelievable. Yeah. I never thought I'd live to see in my lifetime where a president is tweeting at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
that's. I don't get it. You think? I don't get it.
He doesn't have an agenda to do anything during the day, from what I understand. Yeah, he watches TV.
Well,
and he tweets.
No. Well, doesn't he run the country?
No.
Oh,
probably
is that what he's
supposed to do? Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to see how the established Republican Party reacts to him in the months in to come, because I think he's very close to losing all of his support.
Well, pretty much. So his approval rating is only like 33%.
Well, but he still goes out on the road like it's a campaign and muster up the the rank and file. And there are people who have supported him, in the past and who continue to support him blindly.
Coming up this weekend, everybody says that there's not much to do here in Kenosha.
Who says that?
I don't know. Somebody says that. Kenosha County Parks having their 90th anniversary out at Petrifying Springs. They have 7 different pavilions and sponsors and music starting at noon, going all the way to 8:30, 9. Fireworks, kaboom. And then, of course, the big Pike Creek Rendezvous. You going to be down there, Stevie? Or
Well, that's this weekend, right? Is that this weekend?
That's what I'm reading this for.
Yeah.
I got it was last weekend. I'm promoting it.
If you can't find something to do in Kenosha in the summertime, well, then you're an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the Pike Creek, like I said, the Pike River Rendezvous. I call it Pike Creek. It's Pike River. And you offended all of our audience when you call them idiots.
Oh, because they can't find something to do on weekends here in Kenosha. Sometimes you have to prioritize, and because you can't make all the different things.
And then also the State Fair,
St. Peter's Festival this weekend.
And the St. Peter's Festival with the Doo-Wop Daddies playing tonight.
I'll give you $1 if you can tell me what a kugela is.
Ooh.
Who?
A kugela.
Wasn't it Fran and Kugela? Wasn't that
St. Peter's Festival this weekend?
Fran and Kugela. That was
it's a.
You know what a kugela is?
It's like a
deep fried dough ball.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Lithuanian delicacy, and it's made with some kind of potatoes and some
kugelas.
I think some kind of and.
Well, you don't really know, do you?
No, but we talked about this on the air with Bill Lawrence this week. But it's and then I believe it's baked or deep fried, and then there's some cream milk to sweeten it up a little bit.
Sounds good.
Anybody knows how to make a kugela,
there's so many things.
call in.
There's quite a lot of things to do, and also I may promote something that I'm going to be a part of this afternoon.
Go ahead.
They have a benefit going on over at the UAW this afternoon from 4 to 9 p.m. that I'm going to MC, and that goes for awareness of alternating hemiplegia. Of childhood. It's a rare disease, neurological disorder disease that develops in the first 18 months of their life. And a gal by the name of Betty Jo Fredrickson, her daughter Danielle, has this affliction. There's no cure for it. There's an awareness type of comedy benefit going on this evening. They're going to have silent auctions, donations. It's only $5 at the door to check it out, and that's from 4 to 9 p.m. this evening at the UAW. So if you
Is
folks
it the
want
old
to
one on Washington Road or the other one?
The one on Washington Road.
Okay.
One on Washington Road. So
hey, look, boys and girls, at the clock on the wall in Studio A, it says it's 11:20, and we have no clock.
There's no more clock on the wall.
Where the hell did the clock go?
It's right here under these papers.
Well, they can't afford a double D battery?
That's part of the remodeling of the new. So just take stuff down. It's new.
It's time.
It's not there anymore.
All our listeners.
How do we know when to stop talking then?
That's when I point at you.
That's what you're for. Okay.
That's why I'm sitting here.
When he gives you this, you're done.
I'm number one.
I don't use that finger though.
2 double A's. That's all.
Two double A's.
Anyway, we're going to allow everybody
Scott's
to
last
strut
date.
their stuff and try to stump the chumps. Sponsored by the American Legion Post 21, 504 58th Street here in Kenosha. If you're successful in stumping the chumps, you win 2 free fish dinners served the first Friday of each month. This one, because the remodeling will start in September. Get your choice of baked, breaded cod, or lake perch, walleye, or bluegill.
Bluegill.
Ask us to sing the Brady Bunch theme.
No, just hang on now. All right, well, maybe we got a caller here.
Everybody just got yelled at.
Hopefully it's
Did
not.
I just get yelled at, Elmo?
Good morning on Kenosha today.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Good. Did you call in to try to stump the chumps?
I did. I think I can.
Okay, who am I talking to?
Okay, this is Pete. I'm calling from Antioch area.
Okay, Pete.
With my dogs in the car, so they might bring in as well.
Okay. Is this a trivia question?
Yes, it is. It's a music trivia question.
Okay. Now I just want to be aware. Let you be aware, in full disclosure, who you're up against. Little Stevie is one of the chumps. Elmo's a chump. Spider is a chump. Jim.
I'm a jumbo trump.
He's a chump.
Jumbo trump.
And myself. So okay. What's the trivia?
I would never call you guys chumps because you keep me entertained on Saturday morning. So
Oh, you got to get a life, Pete.
I know. No kidding.
So you're the one.
You're the one that listens to us.
Right.
All right.
Right.
You go by Pete, or Big Pete?
Pete's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Papa Pete is. I think
Big
name I've
Papa
had
Pete.
before.
I love it, Big Papa
Yeah.
Pete.
Okay. What's the question?
All right, yeah, I'll catch it either way. In the 60s, there was a band called the New Beats.
New Beats?
Who was the lead singer in the band, or what song did he co-write that is still today considered a very popular song?
That would be Robert Livingston.
Incorrect.
Oh, I don't think so. Check your facts, Pete.
Wait a minute. He just misspoke.
Robert Livingston. They called him It's a Big Bob. Big Bob.
No, it was Larry Hanley. Larry Hanley sang that song, I Like Bread and Butter, and with the band called the New Beats. And he also co-wrote The Wind Beneath My Wings, which is the #1 popular song played at British funerals.
And you don't know that?
To this day.
You were the
Unfortunately, Mr. Henley passed away a couple of years back, but he wrote a lot of country songs after he was part of the New Beats. But they only had one song, "Bread and Butter," that hit #1 in the United States. But they had about but they had 4 or 5 that were #1 in Canada, which was weird.
Well, Pete, here we go.
There it is.
There you go. That's it. Yep. And Thou Shall Not Feel they did a remake of that became #1 in Canada.
Well, maybe that's where the Livingston name came. I think he participated in the remake.
Correct. That's probably true.
So, Pete, you successfully stumped the chumps.
Okay, Pete, for an extra point, Pete, what record label were they released on?
What are you giving away stuff we don't have?
I'm just giving a point.
I'm not sure.
Okay,
Alley Cat Records.
Wrong. It's Hickory. It's Hickory Records. So thanks for playing, Pete.
Hang on now, Pete.
No, you're gonna win
Wait
some.
a
Hang on,
minute.
hang on, Pete. Don't go anywhere.
You live in Antioch, right?
Yes.
Is that what you said? You married or?
Are you happy?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah, just happy.
I did that crazy thing and got remarried, but we won't talk about that.
Oh, what'd you do that for? See, Illinois is not a community property state, or you just?
No, but it's pretty much a 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it
okay.
might as well be. What happens in Illinois is once the lawyers get all they can, then they settle.
Okay. All right, Pete, off the air, Jumbo Jim here is going to get your full name, address, and I will send you out the certificate, and it'll be dated September 1st, and you can come up to the get your free fish dinners. How's that?
Well, what if I want to do the hour with you guys?
Well, we'll get your phone number.
You won't be married a third time, I tell you what. You want to come in for an hour with us? That's fine by me.
I would enjoy it only because I did 24 years in the Navy, but my secondary love has always kind of been radio, TV, and all that. So
awesome.
It would be something very into something I always had a secondary passion for.
Well, what's your IQ, Pete?
Well, probably lower than the lower part of my blood pressure, I would say. So I would sit right in.
Well, I'll tell you what then. Give Jim your name. Do you have an email?
I do.
All right, I will email you some information. We'll set up a time that you can come in here and you can join us for the first hour, and we're going to let you answer Shirley's call. See how you like it.
Oh, I would love that. I've met Shirley a few times on some of the remotes for that other guy.
Yeah.
But,
that other guy.
All right. Well, anyway, give Jim your name, address, phone number, and your email, and then I'll get back to you Monday, and we'll figure out an upcoming week you can come up here.
Sounds good.
All right.
Hang on, Pete.
Hang on. Boy.
Big Papa Pete.
How about that? A guy actually volunteering.
Well, I got to tell you, he's got very low
self-esteem,
life aspirations. If all he wants to do is co-host the Scott Barter show, he's got very low expectations.
Yeah. He's on wedding number 2. That'll be over by the time he gets out of here.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing that. Big thank you to the.
He's pickled first, and then.
I can't read some of this chicken scratching you guys.
Yeah, I'll explain to you later.
Okay.
It's Forest Drive, West Forest Drive, and Lake Villa.
Okay, but what's this? His email here?
His first name?
No, I get that.
His last name and 3 I's.
It's 3. Okay.
This is compelling radio.
This is boy, I tell you, the listeners are on the edge of their seat.
I'm doing 4 things at once.
All right. We'll
how about another Mandarin lesson?
I got to hire the guy.
Another Mandarin lesson.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Let's take this last phone call. We'll come back.
Chinqua.
Yeah, that's.
Let's take this call and then we'll come back after the break.
Okay.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Yeah, you're on the air. Hello.
See? No comprende. Yeah.
Is that Irish Ruth? Is that Irish Ruth?
I don't know what that was.
That was Shirley. She was in her garage.
Sampling some of her product again. All right, we're going to take our last little break.
Sure. Okay.
Or do you want to play this first and take it into the break?
Let's play this.
Okay.
We'll take this into the break.
All right.
Look at this. 看这个。看这个。看这个。
看这个。
Hurry up. 快一点儿。
快呵呵。
快一点儿。
快呵呵。
快一点儿。
快呵呵。
It's Dr. Diskin heading down the home stretch. If you just joined us, this is
Hi, Scott.
Just a minute. Let me get through this.
Can I have another glass of wine? She thinks that I drink too much.
My life is pretty much over now.
Can I call you Stephen? Jennifer, can I call your husband Stephen?
I don't find this.
Jennifer, just grab that bottle of wine. Just don't let anybody see. Don't let anybody see.
We'll have you back real soon. All right, now.
Scott, are you all right? Of course I'm all right.
Now, this.
Don't open that door. Don't go in there. Don't go in there.
Oh, the door's wide open now.
No, the door's open.
The horse is already gone.
If you just joined us.
This is a party, isn't it?
August 5th edition. We're here at WLIP, and it's brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. What was that?
That was a little Cyclops. That was a little remnant of the Cyclops.
You need a little napkin over there?
I might have
anything
gotten
with
some on me.
We got something over
Where's
here.
that? Where's that spray can? Our cast of characters: Elmo Schneider and Little Stevie and Spider Ron and Jumbo Jim.
I prefer to be called Little Steven.
Can I call you Steven?
Can I call you Steven?
Can I call you Little Steven? And there's Jumbo Jim, and then there's Scott. Scotty Too Hottie.
Can I take the phone call?
Oh, we got a phone call.
Good morning on Kenosha today.
Hello, Scott. How you doing?
Oh, very good. This is Dennis. Go ahead.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, yeah. How are you?
Well, you already know that, too, because you've got not only got voice recognition, you've got ESP.
Okay.
But anyway.
Yes.
Can I talk to Steve for a second?
Sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
Sure. Go right ahead.
How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing okay.
Well, in my days of better judgment, I signed up aboard the SSC Scum. And I want to know, just in case something happens, do you have any plans available for burial at sea?
We can absolutely do burial at sea. Absolutely. I'll take good care of you, Dennis.
He's not talking about him. He's probably talking about the missus. Oh. Take good care. He made a bad assumption. So,
can you guarantee me that if I am buried at sea, if something did happen or one of the crew was happen to need it, we wouldn't end up close to that famous individual who was buried at sea several years back, who was very infamous, if you know what I'm talking about?
No.
In the military operation.
Oh, I see. Okay, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that's exactly what they
want to end up anywhere near where his final. Although he could be in a shark's belly, who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, that's actually what they did. They right over the rail.
Okay.
Jaws 6 is coming out soon.
But I don't anticipate any problems aboard that ship because it's in the capable hands of Captain Mike.
Yeah. He's got his Uber license back.
That's
everybody get on board. We got to get this boat moving.
And I do know with him on board, there will be plenty of music on board the ship too.
Oh yeah, he's
absolutely.
He's quite the guy.
Absolutely.
How's the missus?
It's good to hear you. And by the way, Steve, a friend of mine, his son is going out with your daughter.
Oh,
now we're talking.
You're talking about Michael.
I can't remember his last name right now. Tony.
Basiglia.
Right, that's it.
Tony Basiglia's son, who is the former superintendent. He's the grandpa. Michael Basiglia is going out with my daughter Elizabeth. In fact, they're on their way now up to see the state fair. Great family, the Basiglias.
Oh yes, and I've met him, and very nice young man. And Tony is going out, as a matter of fact, with my sister-in-law.
Pam.
Hey,
Pam?
Dennis, we'll see you in a couple.
Right.
Call me.
Oh, Pamela, I'll be darned. Okay.
I've got to run here. My phone lines are all lit up. Oh, we didn't mean to hang up on you.
We didn't mean to hang up on you, Dennis. I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry about that,
Yeah, they
Dennis.
did? No, we didn't mean to hang up on him. Sorry.
I got a fast finger.
Oh, he's got a lightning finger.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
it's a jumbo.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
This is Anthony. I'm in Gurney. How are you, gentlemen?
Anthony.
Hey.
Really? Fat? We're going to go with fat right off the top? Huh?
No, we can either go with
I haven't
fat.
called in a
We can
while,
either
and
go
we're
with
gonna
fat,
go
or
with
we
fat.
could go with thief. Which one would you prefer, thief or fat?
Okay, Anthony, go ahead.
I did steal that chicken sandwich, and you know what? I'd do it again because it was a damn good chicken sandwich.
It was a damn good. It was the best kind that you ever get. It's called free. You stole it right off my plate.
I like. My
And another
favorite
thing.
food is free. My next favorite food is plenty. Good is somewhere in there, but if it's free food, I love free food, especially if it's from Steve Casey, man.
You know what I like?
That guy doesn't buy anybody anything.
Come again, please.
No, I'm just joking about that one.
So what did you
That
call
was just
for?
a joke.
What'd you call here for?
Actually, I called to inject some seriousness into this show.
Why?
What do you?
I know, right? Why start now? But Steve, this is questions directed towards you. If you were interviewing those declared candidates for the aldermanic seat, what were 3 questions you would ask them?
What value can you bring? Well, first of all, the first question I would ask is, are you planning to run in the spring election? Okay. That's the first thing I would ask.
Why is that important to you?
Well, it's important to me because I don't think it's the council's job to put somebody in office to give them an unfair incumbent advantage. That's why.
Okay, next.
I think you and the mayor might have some commonality on that thinking.
Well, that's exactly right, which is why Bruce Fox will be the next alderman. But anyways, that's my prediction on Monday night, and I defy you to tell me that I'm wrong. I think the votes
You're
are
wrong.
I don't think so. I think the votes are already
Well,
lined
you
up.
just defied me, so I just wanted to
Well,
tell you you're
okay,
wrong.
you know. The second question I would bring is, what value, because you're only going to be here till April, what value are you going to bring during the budgetary process? And that would be the second question.
You writing this down, Anthony?
And the third question would be, tell me what is the proper way to eat a Cyclops donut?
And will you deliver ice cream sandwiches?
The proper way to eat a Cyclops donut, don't you just go from one end to the other? I mean,
Oh, you know what?
or do
You know what? Not
do
only are
bite-
you a thief, but you're an idiot.
You're a dumb thief.
There's a Cyclops donut protocol?
Absolutely. And Jumbo Jim over here almost had it down because he spread the cream over the whole thing, but then he picked it up with his hand and he ate it. The proper way is to spread the cream all over the top and then eat it with a knife and
Well,
fork.
what kind of donut Nazi rules are you applying, man? I can eat a damn donut anywhere I want. This is America. And if I want to smear it on my face and then eat it, or
I want to see that.
This is America, sir.
Is that how you eat it in the hood?
Oh, the hood, really?
Oh, here we go. Okay, now we've covered thieves, we've covered thieves, we've covered fat people, we've covered Nazis, and we've covered people in the hood.
And
Anybody else?
and idiots.
And idiots. Anybody else we want to offend? So who are you voting for Monday night? Who are you voting for Monday night?
I got to make some phone calls in the next 2 days and call these guys and put them some questions. Here's the questions I want to know. One, what is the most valuable thing in your district? That's what I want to know. What do you value in your district? What do you value in this city? Tell me 3 things that we're doing right in this city. Tell me 3 things that we're doing wrong.
Well, you
and how
can't
can
limit
we
it to
improve
just
those.
three wrong.
Well, I don't know if they could come up with 3 things that the council's doing right.
Well, I'm going to make these phone calls in between now and tomorrow.
Get back to us next week.
And, you know, I want to know what your connection is to the city, and I want to know how well are you one of those people who think that, hey, we're going to hell in a handbasket, or are you more on my side, a little bit more Pollyanna, and believe that Kenosha's a pretty damn good city. It has some it has some things that can improve, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy to live in this city, and I'm pretty happy to represent it.
Well, but you're also missing. You're also missing the last phone call you're going to make, and that's going to be to the mayor, and you're going to ask him what he will give you if you support Bruce Fox.
Oh.
Aha, Anthony.
Wow.
What do you think of that, Anthony?
Come on, cut. Hey, listen.
Get a chicken sandwich out of him?
The fix is on. Everybody knows that. It'll be Bruce Fox, which is fine. The other two guys can run for alderman in the spring if they want to.
But you think I can get a chicken sandwich out of the mayor if I support this?
Yeah, just have him buy one and go steal it.
We already have a fox. You can't have two foxes. That's so confusing.
It's Jesus.
You can't have two foxes. Can you imagine we had two Caseys on the council?
It looks like we got two Caseys sitting right here.
Wow. You know what? You've just about offended every single group out there at this point, Anthony.
Really? I haven't even started on the Irish or the Italians or the.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, Anthony.
They're not listening because they're at the St. Peter's Church Festival. So
tell me what.
Oh my
Festival,
God!
You won!
Festivals, yeah!
Hey, that's the secret word.
Lithuanian?
No, festival.
Festival. The word doorknob never came to my mind. Now, here's what's going to happen. You get a $25 gift certificate to Mike Bjorn's clothing.
There's nothing there that fits me.
No, they go up to size 67.
Then I'll just get the stuff that you used to buy, Steve, when you were a bigger guy, okay?
Off the air, Jumbo Jim's going to get your address, and I'm going to mail the certificate out to you on Monday.
Well, thank you so much. Now I can't win anything else in LIP for 60 days.
No, that saves me having to tell you that.
And we don't think of you as a loser either.
No, just a thief and a fatso.
Hey, this man delivered ice cream sandwiches to my house. Anthony, once again, I'm thanking you publicly right now, delivering some ice cream sandwiches to me.
Jim, you're the only class act in that whole freaking circus. Let me tell you, man.
Oh, now you're offending circus workers.
Yeah.
You bring some class to that place, man.
Oh yeah, here's what he's got in store for you.
Oh,
just a second. Hang on.
We got something different for you.
Yeah, here we go. So, you gotta wait for it. There you go, Anthony. There's classy. That's classy.
Right. Is that how we get dates in Paris?
Hey.
Well, start with the Parisians out there in the county. Huh?
All right, well, he's doing that. He's going to get your stuff, and I'll get this out to you.
I'll put you on hold.
Talk to you later. Thank you, gentlemen.
No, don't go away.
I got his number.
Okay.
Go ahead, talk.
Well, he's still there, right? And now, boys and girls, it's time for this week's edition of As the Brat Turns. High five, singers, and doofuses.
Anthony, what's your address, buddy?
We got no harp music.
We got no harp music.
That's all right. We don't need it. Coming to us from the Beer Garden in the world and famous and legendary Brat Stop, located on the northwest corners of Highways 50 and I-94 here in Kenosha. Open at 8 a.m. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. For more information on what's going on at the Brat, call them at 262-857-2099 as the Brat turns like the sands in the hourglass in the days of our lives. This week's high five goes to the 1,000 people that participated in this year's Relay for Life event held out at Parkside last night. Not now.
Well, I was on the phone, so I thought I'm playing some catch up here. Okay.
Participating in this year's Relay for Life held out at Parkside last night.
Which one's this?
And Relay for Life, and I fully support the event.
Sure,
thank you.
Yes.
I'm just trying to catch up.
The headline in this morning's Kenosha News stated that the funds raised went to cancer treatment and research, which must be something new, because in past years all the money raised was supposed to go solely to cancer. Next question I have, and I ask this every year, exactly where does the money go? This week's zinger goes to the members of our United States Congress for leaving on a summer recess without doing one blooming thing last session. With their failure to repeal or replace Obamacare, along with dealing with the Russians and all the infighting, with the White House, yada, 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 leaving the American public still looking for answers that they were promised. But guess what? I think the people will find their answers in the fall election of 2018. These characters can't even agree to make up fake news stories. My suggestion, just a suggestion, is we lock them all up in a rubber room and make them play Spin the Bottle with Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters.
Whoa.
That ought to get them off the dime, huh? And this week's doofus. Here's something shocking. Wisconsin Republicans and Democrats can't agree on whether the state should offer gun safety courses in our high schools. Apparently, 8 states have similar laws that allow students to pack their own heat in their backpacks and bring guns into schools as long as it's not loaded. Makes perfect sense to me. I can see it now. Here in Kenosha, the all-new Bring a Rod to School curriculum. Blasting with an Uzi 101 or the proper use of being strapped with an AK-47. Now, the greatest thing about this would be that these are just electives and would only be a 1-credit class. And the classes could be held over at the Heritage House, and they could shoot out trolley cars, and it would serve to be a great incentive to all the snot-nosed little gangsters. It's a win-win situation for all of Kenosha. And there you have it, folks. As the brat turns for this Saturday, August 5th, 2017, I'm Scotty Barter, and I approve this message.
Wait. Steve. Shh. Go over it. Get that bottle of wine.
Okay.
Get that bottle of wine. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Okay. This will be Uncle Scotty's last radio show for this year.
What? Where were you? I don't drink so much. What are you talking about?
Okay, I got to read a couple sponsors.
Sorry. All right, I'm all done. See signs on the side of the van, right?
That was secondary.
Okay. Hey, how's your knee doing? Okay, everything good?
Yeah, real good.
Okay.
I actually tried jogging a couple weeks ago. It worked out pretty good up until my feet started bothering me. Now I got to go see a foot doctor.
No wonder you end up in the ditch. Throwing yourself in the ditch and getting all wet.
Why are your feet bothering you?
I don't know. That's what I have to find out.
What do you mean, like a pain or what?
Yeah, they hurt really bad.
You mean like pins and needles?
Drink more wine.
Yeah, no, a bit worse than that.
Are you diabetic?
No.
Well, you might be. You may want to check that out.
I hope I'm not.
Well, you should have some blood work done.
Well, I need a lot of work done. More than
working out of a panel truck in the boathouse parking lot.
And how often do you go to the bathroom during the night?
Oh, jeez. Quit counting.
Does it hurt when you put your arms over your head?
Yeah.
Then don't put your arms over your head.
And Dr. Casey, then Dr. Casey has one more question. Do you want the stool samples back?
One more question, Doctor.
Do you want the stool samples back?
No.
Turn your head and cough, please.
How's that?
Oh, I didn't like the sound of that, Dale. You should see somebody.
All right. I'll work on that.
All right,
I'll make
Dale.
some appointments.
All right.
Have a great day.
Okay. I've just been notified through the Honorable Anthony Kennedy that he's actually a sponsor, so that eliminates him from winning.
If he sponsors the Dr. Destruction show, does that eliminate him as a prize?
It does.
Okay, so not only is he a fraud and a thief
He's a fat
and
fraud.
a fatso, he's a fraud. He's a fraud.
No, he did not receive it.
No, I'm not. I'll just have to. Hey, Anthony, listen to this. That's your certificate.
Yeah,
being ripped.
and you get the consolation prize. You get a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
And an ice cream sandwich.
Because have you seen him? Have you seen him at council meetings? He could have used that gift certificate at Bjorn's. He needed it.
2 hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Well, because the last time I heard, he got his last suit made at Becker's awning.
Wow.
Hey, I'm having fun again. I'm having fun.
I guess you won't be having them over for Thanksgiving
Top
dinner
choice-
this
top
year.
choice rental?
In fact, instead of a
Top
zipper,
choice
he had
rental?
a crank. The awning could go up and down.
Top choice rental, is that where you guys?
Top choice rentals. Yeah.
Well, if you want to call us, you got about 2 minutes left.
Anthony just going, oh my God, can't believe.
We had a winner of the secret
Well,
word.
the next time someone calls in and says the word festival, they'll get the
It's not a
the
secret.
award.
It's
Right?
not a secret anymore then.
Well, it's not a secret. He said the word, and we told him what the word is. So if you call in right now and use the word festival in a sentence, you'll get the prize.
Oh,
There
look
we
at the phone
go.
right
There
up.
we go.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Festival.
I said use it in a sentence.
I just went to Festival Foods, and now I'm going to go over to the festival at St. Peter's.
You're a winner! Congratulations! You qualify for a $25 gift certificate at Bjorn's Fine Clothing.
Now, you don't sponsor another show. You're not a fraud like the last guy, are you?
Hello?
He hung up.
He hung up.
Well, but we know who that was.
I did not push a button.
We know who that was, though.
Yeah, well, he's got to stay and talk to us. Let's try this one.
All right.
Well, he
didn't win.
No, he
He
didn't.
got to stay and
He didn't
talk.
hang
They
on
got to
there.
play by the rules. Now, hang on.
Okay. Once again, I did not push that button.
Well,
I want to go to the festival and get a kukala.
A kukala.
Let's try this.
Kukla Frananali.
Good morning on Kenosha Today.
Hey, festival! I want to go to the festival and at the park.
Who's this?
Tony!
Antonio!
Okay, what's going to happen here?
But first of all, you got to turn your radio down.
Yeah, turn it.
No, I not do nothing like that. You turn your radio down, you Polaco.
Okay, well, there goes the fiber optics. We had 3 people that win, and not one of them
That's
stuck
out.
around
It's
long
gone.
enough.
It's gone. No more. No more.
We're
no
done.
more.
We're done.
We're done.
Listen, I can't express how much fun I had today. I can't express it because